Let's suppose that the Gordons' permanent supportive housing program has been very successful in their city. Some other philanthropists would like to implement an identical program in the outskirts of the city, a so-called peri-urban area named Green Meadows. Let's look at the similarities and differences between the two programs. The theory of change is identical, but local conditions in Green Meadow differ in several respects. The Gordons' housing units are in a poor neighborhood with the highest rates of homelessness. By contrast, residents of the Green Meadows program will be relatively isolated from homeless people on the street. Perhaps isolation will protect the residents against counterproductive influences, including drug and alcohol abuse, but perhaps the social isolation will be detrimental to their success. Also, while both areas' homeless populations suffer from high rates of drug addiction, the drugs are different, and so is their availability. In the Gordon city, the main addictive drug is heroin, which is relatively expensive and may make it more difficult to maintain the habit. In Green Meadows, meth is the drug of choice, and it's available in abundance at low cost. With respect to behavioral conditions, the two drugs call for different approaches to detoxification, and data about the relative success rates is mixed. Also, a majority of homeless people in Green Meadows are Latino, compared to the mainly white people and African Americans in our city. We're not sure how these cultural differences might affect the outcomes. With respect to local implementation, the Gordons program used licensed physicians, psychiatrists, and psychologists, and registered nurses, while the Green Meadows program will have to rely largely on paraprofessionals for psychological and addiction counseling. Thus, while the theory of change is the same, there are some potentially salient differences between the Gordon successful program and the proposed program in Green Meadows. All things considered, the philanthropists supporting the Green Meadows program are guardedly optimistic, but they would have greater confidence if similar permanent supportive housing programs had been evaluated in a number of different situations. We've come to the last assignment. In this assignment number 13, you'll assume that your program has been successful and you wish to replicate it in other locales. What problems might you encounter? What information would help determine the likelihood that the replicated program would succeed?